This is our afternoon community dance program, and we are starting in Capitol Room. So this is for the tape. If we would let the tape roll. Here's Bob Howell. Welcome to the community dance program. We had a very good session this morning, and we would like to welcome you this afternoon to the continuation. We are going to do a short recap on what we did this morning, and then continue on with several things. And this morning we talked about what the community dance program is and is not. And I want to recap a little bit of that to give you an idea of what we're going to do in this session. Then, as we're going to ask for some comments and feedbacks, we want to give you a chance to talk about the successes and the failures of the community dance program. We'd like to talk about its future, get some comments from various folks. And then we would like to present a resolution that we, as we have done for the past several years, put forward a resolution to make this a permanent program. And I have that resolution, and I'll bring that forward. And I'd like to also propose some assignments for the coming year for material and various other items. And we want to, of course, get into the material again. It was so cold in here this morning that we had a lot of you that see return faces, and some new faces that we wanted to get you up and get you to dance and show you some of this material, especially when we have experts like Bob Howell and Stu Shacklette here to share material. So we want to get them and steal from them and gather from them all the information we possibly can. Basically, before we get started here, let me talk about, too, if you are interested, this session is on tape, and you can obtain these from the folks out front. We are putting all of the record numbers on the tape so that you can take those tapes and get some of that material. We have a few limited copies of the community dance program still available, and the CALLERLAB office has a few more too. So if you did not get a copy in your June 1987 direction, we have a few limited versions here available. We had some other record catalogs from Gren and from Shaw that went very quickly this morning. If you would still like to have one and didn't get one this morning, see Sharon, my wife Sharon, in the back, and she'll take your name and address and make sure that you do get them. Hugh Macy has been putting out some very good material for the community dance program, and he continues to put out a series that is very progressive in nature and taking some of the good hoedowns and putting them forward. And you'll find that the Shaw Foundation has a bunch of new material. 13 records were released just this year. And there's a new little book here that's called the Manual for the One Night Stand Kit that has some very excellent material in it. Blue Star is putting out some good material, and Johnny Wyckoff's doing a great deal in that area in the Easy Label series, as well as a number of other folks are. What is the CDP? Well, basically the concept for it is, and I'm just going to recap for those of you who heard this morning very shortly, it is a very simple program. It's limited to 6 weeks, 2-hour sessions, and that's a total of 12 hours. It's limited to 24 basics. It has a variety of formations, dances, and music. It includes squares, which are pattern, singing call, and quadrille. And for those of you who may not be familiar with what we're calling pattern squares, we're talking about formations like Texas Star and the Route, Star of the Square, the one we did this morning, and those kinds of patterns that are, some of them are classic, and a number of them are traditional. Also included within the program are mixers, circle mixers, line mixers, any others like that. Contras, most certainly. Couple dances, solos. Some people call them line dances. We refer to them as solo dances. And most certainly another one, a favorite of ours, is trios. And we've done several trios this morning. Stu did one, and we'll try to put a couple more on this afternoon. So, quickly to the community dance program. Uses limited basics, but it is not limited in variety. It is a complete square dance program that stands on its own, and it is not a stepping stone into another program. It is not designed for just the elderly. It's not designed for just the children in schools or just the handicapped. It is designed for those folks who don't have the time or desire to commit themselves to 40 or even 25 weeks of learning how to dance. It is a program where people can do relaxed, non-complicated forms of dancing. It is not a rigid program. It has lots of flexibility. It is not a program for a beginning caller. Just because the material is non-complicated doesn't mean that the beginning callers can immediately pick up on it. We need our best teachers and best callers in this program to present this material. So, I'm going to open up the floor. We would like to have comments from you to tell us what you think about the program. We are particularly interested in comments from people that have been using it or some type of a program similar. Jack Murthaw has a program that he calls his Diamond program, somewhat similar. He's been running this for several years. It's about a 10-week program. Jerry Helt has been successfully using various different things like this for a number of years. We're going to have Bob Howell talk a little bit more about some of his successes within the Mayfield City Schools and some of the different programs. And so just before I do open up the floor, I wanted to comment that we had gotten in a paper. I mentioned it this morning, if I can find it, and that came in from Heiner Fischel. Anybody would like to take a look at it? He has translated the community dance program into German. So if anyone of you'd like to sprechen Sie in der German language, it's a complete program has been translated into German here, so you can make some more to take a look at that. Okay, I'd like to open up the floor and encourage you, if you would like to, anybody comment. We would like to have you comment through the microphone so that your comments could be heard on the tape. And we'd like to hear from you. And we said we were going to do that this morning. So anybody like to make mention of your successes, failures, good things? Gene, we'd love to have you talk. Okay? Gene brought me up a letter this morning, and we'd like to have his inputs because this is an ideal application.
I'm Gene and Helen Norris from Eugene, Oregon, and we use the community dance program in a little different way, in that we are charter members of NACO Resort. NACO Resort is an RV program where the people can come in a maximum of 2 weeks, but they're drifting all the time. And NACO West has 22 campsites or resort sites on the West Coast. They also have them in Texas, Pennsylvania, Arkansas, Tennessee, and up the East Coast. Some of these have facilities in which you can dance. Now, we started last summer and trying to get the people interested, and normally it's advertised as Learn to Dance. But we're actually using the community dance program to get everyone involved. And we started last summer where in fact we've even had people join the NACO resorts because of this type of dancing. We find that you can't use this as a stepping stone, as we all know, because these people are constantly rotating from different sites in their RVs. And we have been contracted now by our home court, our home resort, which is South Jetty in Florence, Oregon, for once a month. Now, we only have, on a weekend, normal weekend, we do a Friday evening, Saturday afternoon, and a Saturday evening. When there's a holiday, then we actually have 5 sessions of 2 hours each. But every session, you almost start over again, because new people come in in the afternoon or the evening. Some of them drop out. Now, we have had, last Labor Day, we had a great turnout, and we had parents who brought their children in. So we've had the age 7 all the way to 72 that have been dancing with the program altogether. And in Oregon, and we are trying, of course, to expand this into other NACO resorts. But it seems to be an ideal area if some of the callers are members of resorts, such as Thousand Trails or NACO or some of the others. It's an ideal place to get something started. realizing that you can't continue it because it is a constant rotation of people. And but we find that it is going over good. The resorts have asked us for 9 months, for once a month for the 9 months, and they try to make it on a holiday, so we do have 5 sessions. But at the end of that, now we do find that people who know that we're coming, and we're advertised in a newspaper that goes all over Oregon, Washington, California, we find that some of them are now starting to come back. And we have had couples that have danced with us 6 and 7 times. But again, we start out at the bottom almost at the beginning of our session. We start at the very bottom and then build. And the second session we start, but we start pushing to get them back up so that everybody's working together. Does that tell you enough, Ken?
Sure does. How about different formations? Do you find that you're using the variety of the formations?
Well, it's starting. We start normally in the squares. We haven't gone into the contras. We have called contras before, but when we get back, we will be in. We'll start using contras as well as more mixers. Now, we do every once in a while bring in left footers, one-step type round dancing, which is quite simple to teach, and it's well accepted. We also find that we have a few plus dancers and mainstream dancers come in. We do advocate never to demonstrate mainstream or anything because we feel that actually has a tendency to make the people back away and stay away from it. So we do not advocate bringing in a group of people to show the demonstration and then try to drag them on the floor. We actually get them on the floor from the very beginning.
Okay, good point. This.
Yes, Gene. Don't leave the microphone. This is Bob Howell. I've got 3 quick ones right here for you. How much teaching do you have to do? In other words, this sounds like a perpetual one-night stand type of thing, but how much teaching do you have to do? 2, how much variety do you offer? And you kind of answered that last one already for me. And where do you get your material?
Well, we've had, of course, it started based on your last year's publication. And most of the records that were listed in that, of course, we already have, naturally. But we do advocate directional. For square dancing, we advocate more directional than we do movements per se, with the exception of some of the basics. Grand square we have to teach, naturally. And sometimes at the very beginning, if we have some that are a little slow, it takes a little extra time. But once you get that, just enough to show them, and then put on the Grand Colonel music, they get in with it and they really enjoy it. And another thing it does is it draws more people. We have coming into our resorts, we have people who their partners can't dance because of health reasons. And they're lined up around the hall, applauding and laughing and enjoying what's going on in the middle of the floor. So it actually is to get everybody together for an enjoyable evening.
Yeah. Do you still, obviously one of the things we're going to have to come up with is the means for additional material. We have a ton of material, and we pointed some resources out this morning. But one of the best resources is this guy right here, and his wonderful column, because once a month he puts out all this material. And having put a column out myself for about 6 or 7 years in Sets in Order magazine, I know that it sometimes gets a little bit difficult to fill that white space, and so he's always out there researching, and he's open for material. So if you have any new dances that you would like to push through to Bob Howell, I'm sure he would more than welcome all the material you can send his way. And this is most certainly a very viable means for us to get material to the square dancing public, and that is through the American Square Dance magazine with Bob Howell and his Easy Level column. So, yes.
My name is Andy Pennock from the North Woods in Alberta, and I would like to ask the gentleman a question. When you have your evenings, is every session that you have dancers on the floor, is it directional? Or would you put on a waltz, just let the people waltz to break up the evening as part of the evening's entertainment?
I share the mic with him, Gene. He's asking that question.
The answer is yes. One of the types of music that we put on to make sure that everybody loves to dance, Grin, I think, came out with the beginning different music for round dance teaching, and like Les Brown and things like that are involved in that. Normally we put something like that, or even a round dance on, and just do, and then I and my wife get out and we just normally dance, and that's to get more people on the floor and to join us. And then of course once we get them on the floor, we immediately turn around and get them into something else just at the end of the dance. We don't let them sit down.
I always like to use quite a variety of music, and I try to do a lot of waltzes or two-steps or polkas, anything that's going to get the people out on the floor, and give them a full variety. If you have a bunch of younger kids, then you try to put some music on that they're going to enjoy, that's current and that's pop, and Bob Howell most certainly does a lot of that. You want to talk about that, Bob?
Well, fine. I'm really seeking here, I guess, more than anything else. Just wondering where you got your material, because I'm constantly in search of researching to gain new ideas, things of that sort. And I was just wondering if maybe you'd come up with something that you had a source for your material that I wasn't, to which I was not familiar. No, I guess that in repeating the community dance program from season to season to season, the question most asked of me is, are we going to do the same thing over? Do we have to start at ground zero again? And I think you answered that question yourself with the fact that when the grand square, I've always said if I have one couple in a set that knows a part of a dance, it's rather difficult. If I have three couples in a set that know the pattern, that I just go right into it, because the fourth couple can grasp it very quickly. And the fact with grand square is the same way. They when you have more than half of anything, it's like controlling stock. When you get 51% of something, you own it. And it's that way in this community dance program, because I tell them, yes, we're going to do some of the similar things, and we do get all of the basics covered. All 24 of them are covered each segment. However, instead of going back from ground zero each time, because I have people returning, I try to approach it from if not a totally different aspect, at least maybe a different way of promoting it. Now, if you'll notice in the community dance program flyer, or the material that was put out last year too, that these things can be taught in units. In other words, one type of dance can enhance another. You get them going in a solo dance and can take that step and put it into a square dance. Basically, in the last month, and I apologize again. There's an error in there, but the error came right off the jacket when Jerry recorded that quadrille when he recorded it. It was printed and had just heel toe, and a slide in, instead of two slides, which you should have. And I had just copied it right off the jacket. So, folks, it wasn't my fault this time. It was copied right from the jacket. But to try to use that and then put it into a quadrille, because I use many quadrilles in the very early part, because they are repetitious, and all you're doing is moving the women around one place, and you don't need an intro, a middle break, or end, or anything else. You just get 4 times 2, you've got it. But you can take that same thing, put it right into a contra very quickly. Aston Polka, for instance, with your heel toe out, heel toe in, heel toe out, just the ladies move in, everybody march, come on back, Alaman left, and the ladies chain over and back, a left-hand star, right-hand star, and you've got your group doing a contra. And with exciting music again, Charlie's Polka is another one where I bring that one in. These things kind of are sequential, and you can use them in a circle. You can use them into a square. As I said earlier this morning, this little tin, this 16-millimeter can, I don't know what it's got in it, probably 12 or 15 records. I'll go for several weeks on a junket. This is what I carry to Europe with me, believe it or not. or any other part of the world. I just carry a tin. I watch these callers get off the airplanes on some of these combined trips that I've made with them, and they're carrying a full case of records with them, and there's no need to do it. Sweet Georgia Brown, for instance, you got a circle mixer to it, you got the Queen's quadrille to it, you got the Aston polka to it, you can do a contra, a square. Not that I'm going to play the same piece of music all evening long, don't get me wrong, because that becomes monotonous. But I can take very few records and adapt them as long as I have a formation that I'm going to use. Well, I recorded the one on Gren for, I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles. And Kirby Todd said to me one time, he says, I bought that record. And he says, you did nothing more than you had done to, Blowing in the Wind. No, it wasn't Blowing in the Wind, but one of the other, Daisy a Day. Just circle to the left 8 steps, circle to the right, make a right-hand star with your partner, change hands, go back with a left-hand star, find your corner, do-si-do swing and promenade. Well, that kind of, as Lazary said when he's thinking of burnt image, that thing's been burned into my skull for so long that I take any 64-count sequence and bang, do that particular dance. And by changing the music, you change the dance. By changing a little portion of it, you can do it in the next segment of community dance program, and the same people can come back, and some of them are aware that they're doing the same thing, and besides, some of it, they'll ask for basic dances. Amos Moses is one of the first ones they want to learn, and I'll do it in a community dance program. I'll not do it in a one-night stand. Ever. I don't want to send anybody home frustrated. And they want to do Amos Moses, they want to do Miserloo, or they want to do Holly Gully, things of that sort. And I always tell them, well, if we have time, maybe if we have time this evening, I'll see if I can get around teaching it. But believe me, folks, I never have the time. I don't like to send anybody out frustrated, but in the community dance program, this is one of the real distinct advantages, because you have the repetition of 6 nights, and you can build and build and build each of the evenings that you're dancing.
All right, thanks, Bob. Just like to kind of reinforce that and back that up, and that is in terms of being flexible, making sure that you can adapt material, simplify it. We talked a lot about simplification this morning, and we would reinforce that to say, try to make it as simple as you possibly can. The one that Stu did this morning called Triolet, I do a similar type of thing to a totally different record, and it changes its flavor, and that's Josephine, I think, and somebody called it an Oklahoma mixer at one time, very similar. So there's a lot of things you can do like that. Any other comments? We'd love to hear from you. Any comments from the floor? And we'd like to Betty. Please identify yourself on the microphone.
Yeah. Ralph Rowland, Tacoma, Washington. I'm just curious as to how many of you use or allow the women to dance together now. And I know in the NACO program and in the senior program, we have many, many, many women, more women than men especially. And I've been letting some of the women wear slacks and dancing as a man's part in order to get them into the program so they don't have to sit around.
Thank you. I'll answer a little bit of that, and anybody else here. I will work with whatever crowd I have. If I have 200 little brownies and their father and 30 of the fathers there, I'll work with whatever crowd is there. And that's a lot of the purpose of the trios, because we've put in the trio formation, and it's ideal. And you'll notice that many of these, as trios, you can dance 3 women together in a line. You can have 1 man in the middle, two ladies on the end. That's ideal. The solo dances, again, as a formation, you can get them up and that kind of thing. And there's some of the contras and some of the other lines too. So, anyone else?
You want to make a quick comment? Yes, just 2 quick comments. One, it's our own fault, fellas, that there are more women in this world than there are men. Because I found out it's not chasing women that kills you; it's catching up with them. Anyhow, that wasn't kind. That was a sexist remark. Geez, I'm on. How do you erase? Anyhow, the other fact is I don't particularly care even how they dress. My other comment is always when I see a woman coming into a dance with slacks on, inevitably I will say, "Have you seen the latest thing in men's clothing?" And they say no, and I say women. But I try to not distinguish sexes on most of the stuff. In fact, I don't use the name or don't use the word pair or couples at all. I pair everything. Everything's a pair of people. Because you're going to, in this community dance program, and I defy anybody that can balance it off at any one time. There's always a preponderance of one sex or the other, that's all. And if you just use words, your choice of words like pairing, I use initials for A for the girl and B for the boy, and as little technical knowledge as you possibly can, and with the old idea of the pious fraud again, slip these words in without letting them know they've ever learned the word. The simple the explanation I've used before, one is, join hands, you're circling left, turn and face the left-hand lady, turn her with the left hand round. Boom. I haven't said anything about element left. Turn the left-hand lady with the left hand round. Next time I slip in there, turn the corner, I say turn that same corner. Now, they've never heard the word corner possibly, but turn the same corner with the left hand round. And then I come back, and after we've done that 2 or 3 times, I'll say, face that corner, do an Allemande left, and bang, they're engulfed, they're entrapped, and I've never taken 10 seconds to ever teach an Allemande left. I don't like to be, I want to dance.
Angela Shacklette from Brandenburg, Kentucky. I'd like to address, my husband's hiding his face, I'd like to address what you all are talking about. One thing that many weak groups, folk dancers will use, and I think it'd be very successful in the community dance program, is to have neckties. And the ladies can easily put a necktie around their neck. It's fun. You can put them all on one hanger and bring them in. There's no big deal. They also have used hats, but then that can be a problem. Mustaches are a lot of fun, but...
Right. Okay. Stu.
Rebuttal. No, this is not a rebuttal, but the necktie thing, you can get them at a thrift shop for about like 10 for $1. So you got plenty of neckties to go around for the ladies. But the thing I want you to think about, the question was asked, do you let ladies dance the men's part and so on, or let ladies dance together? Do they have fun when they dance? Okay, if they do, then why not let them do it? I think that's the answer. If they're enjoying it and having fun, let them do it.
Absolutely.
Yes, Ken, Bob Johnston from Buena Park, California. I have one question for the gentleman from Oregon. I was just curious if there is in other words, the program that he has, is this something for which he is compensated, or is this love's labor lost, or... I was just kind of curious. There are maybe others wondering. I'm not trying to pin him down. Do you make $100 a night or what? But I was just curious.
At the beginning of the program, it was all free. And finally, when the NACO Resort Management came and said, we'd like to put this on, and I said, well, you know that this isn't free. And they said, well, how much do you charge? And I told them, and they said, good, we'll be glad to pay it. Now, you remember... And they pay on a nightly basis. In other words, how many days or nights are you going to be there, and they pay accordingly. Now, I haven't told you how much because that's the individual caller's decision. And as Daryl Clendenin said, sometimes if somebody asks you how much you charge, you say, well, how much have you budgeted for it? Now, realizing the resorts are paying up to $250 for a band, which plays for 4 or 5 hours. So you can use that as a guide to whatever you want to charge. Does that answer?
Yeah, I think that might answer it for everybody. I have just a couple of items, Ken, that I'd like to share with people. I go to the Virginia Reel here, which I use on one-night stand parties, which would be commensurate with the community dance program, maybe on a lesser basis. But if any of you guys haven't gotten into that, believe me, there's a lot of money in one-night stands, certainly in our area, where, well, my minimum fee would be $150, and it goes on up $300-400 for a 2-hour program. Try that on many of your square dance clubs locally. It doesn't work. But nevertheless, going to Virginia Reel, I always eliminate the reel down the line. I think this is very much confusing for people that aren't initiated into turns and so forth. But I use basically the Virginia reel with that elimination. Now, you can really jazz this up, especially if you have long lines, by taking couple number 1, couple number 2, couple number 3, walk forward, join your hands, and you say, see the other end of the line, sashay, and boy, the others are just clapping up a storm. It's kind of a competition between the 3 couples. They have one heck of a time. One other thing I'd like to leave you with is, my simplest singing call, and it's a grand one. Head circle left, all the way around, back up, side circle left, all the way around, face the corner, do-side-do, face your partner, do-side-do, and you got a whole dance to any music that you can use.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah. I'll second that on the Virginia Reel, although I've used it for 25 years, and I hardly do a party or type of dance that I won't use that, or a community dance type of program. The one that Bob Howell did just before lunch, though, is a tremendous substitute for that also, and that's the Tunnel of Love. And that gets away from the reeling and so forth, but yet it gives that line formation and so forth. Yes?
Rachel Hunley from Apache Junction, Arizona. I'm a little late with this, but I wanted to comment on using women as men. For many years, I have taught in the college women only, classes of women, and of course half of them do have to do the man's part. I usually use a hat or a necktie is great, but they have a lot of fun, and it's good. It's okay. Now, the ideal thing, of course, is to have a man and woman, you know. But you use what you have. I appreciated your remark on that because I have to do that a lot.
Absolutely. You need to you cater to the crowd. Whoever you have there that's who you work with. And
my name is Jim Gibson. I'm from Canby, Oregon. I have not used the community dance program, but I do have done quite a few one-night stands. One source of information I've got that I've used quite a bit in the folk dance line and one-night stands was published by RCA Victor on a record series, a folk dance record series by RCA. I'd like to have more of those. I happened to find 4 of the records in a junk store. One of those was the dance is named 7 Jumps. And it's really good for kids. It's got 7 little skip hops in a circle, and then you put your right elbow on the floor, and the music for an interchanging length of time. Then 7 step hops, and put your left elbow, put your forehead on the floor, whatever. Kids love it. Anyone knows trying to get some more of those RCA Victor Folk Dance Series records, I'd like to have them.
A few of them may be available through the Lloyd Shaw Foundation. They were providing those in some kits for a while. They're an EPA, and I use the 7 Jumps myself a great deal, or Sieben Schritt, I think it is in German. And but there are a few, and you might contact them. And Stu, you've got
they're collector's items now because you can't find them, but you can find the same music, and you can find it on 45s, either at Folkcraft or Folk Dancer label. They'll have the same dances, the same write-ups and everything. So they're out there available. They're still available, but they're just not on the big 78s.
All right, any other comments?
Eddie Phelps from Fort Worth, Texas. You've emphasized that the community dance program is not a stepping stone to an additional program, mainstream or what have you. Have you used, and what kind of problems or successes have you had in using the community dance program dances among mainstream dance?
As a variety, myself, I will drop in something like this, a contra or an easy level dance at a party night, something like that as a variety for a regular mainstream group who is doing regular squares. Then I will sometimes drop in a party, and they have a good time with it. It's a quick teach type of thing. If you have a group that's not doing rounds at your square dance, then drop in some of these easy level mixers. And we use one a lot called Bye Bye Blues, and it gives them a tremendous introduction to as a teaser for something like that. So I do that quite a bit.
I agree. I have a number of dances where my club will share with the new dancers who are going through a class, maybe a Christmas dance, okay? When Christmas time comes, they invite the class to come over and dance with them. Well, you know, at this time, you're not going to be able to do your mainstream dancing because the class isn't up to that level yet. So I use some of this type of material because it's new, something brand new to the mainstream dancer. He hasn't been exposed to it yet, and it's new to these folks too, so it's new to everybody, and everybody has fun doing it. So it's an opportunity to work it into that type of program. And, you know, I find, and what's pleasing me is that I have people come and ask me, why don't we do that little thing you did the other night? There's a little mixer out called Arnold's Circle. I don't know how many of you have ever used that, but it's a good little thing with Alamo balance in it. And it's a good dance, and it's interesting, and it can keep the people moving real good.
All Thanks. I received a letter, and I've received a number of letters, but this one came in from Clarence Metcalf, and I wanted to read you a couple excerpts from his letter because he writes very well, even though he said he made a New Year's resolution not to write any more letters on square dancing. But I wanted to read a couple things from Clarence, and one of them is this. He says, I hope the callers throughout the nation will take time out from their wheeling and dealing and loading the boat to reflect upon the potential this program can provide for bringing new blood into the square dance movement. Your second paragraph should be set in 24-point bold-face type and posted prominently in the workshop of every caller. This program is well deserving of being an end in itself. Only then will it be possible to maintain places where people can do a relaxed, non-complicated form of dancing. And one other thing that he said was, I firmly believe that the community dance program can bring about a revival of interest in and enjoyment of square dancing. But to accomplish this, the program must be jealously protected from anyone, caller or dancer, who would demand profusion of figures at the expense of proficiency in executing them. Underline. It is a recreational activity. Today's square dancing seems unique in that progress is measured not by proficiency in executing the movements, but rather by the mere number of combinations that can be gotten through under the direction of the caller. No other form of dance, or recreational activity for that matter, has such a low goal. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, I thought that was well worth sharing with you. Max?
Yeah, Max Forsyth, Tucson. I'd just like to share one thing. I don't know whether you did it this morning or not, but a question was just asked, can you use this on the mainstream in the Plus program? I use Queen's Quadrille, and I use it Music Box Dancers on TNT with Grand Square and Four Ladies Promenade. I use it at mainstream and Plus and get requests for it every week, prompted as a quadrille. And I tell them they're doing a quadrille, and they like it. And I could do it every week, and they wouldn't argue.
Max, do you prompt any of your singing calls on occasion to for a change of pace or something like that, or a phrase?
Only about 3 or 4 that I use as quadrilles.
Like this, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tremendous. We started to talk about this morning and didn't. I was doing a little prompting and earlier, and we've got one of the prompting masters here in the world, and that's Dick Ledger sitting back there. Hasn't said anything yet, but he prompts a great deal, and you don't even know he's doing it, but yet you wonder why it is you're dancing so well and why it feels so good, because he's prompting ahead of the phrase and letting you dance to the music, and so don't overlook that other, when we talked about the square formations, those 4 different varieties within squares, one of those major categories is quadrilles. And we're talking about prompting those. You can most certainly prompt a great number of the singing calls if they're well phrased. So don't overlook that. That's a tremendous means for variety again. George?
George Holzerap, Dallas, California. For the past 8 years, I've been a specialty caller, teaching in the elementary schools, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, 6th grade, and even going into the 2nd once in a while, but mostly 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grades. And for the many years I was doing it in our own area as a square dancer rather than a square dance caller, to get teachers to attend the Jack Murtha program, which is put on as a part of our local Square Dance Association Jubilee, a 3-day festival. And we were trying to get more teachers to come in to take the course to learn how to teach square dancing and folk dancing in the schools through a seminar that he has been doing for many, many years in many areas of the country, such as Bob's probably been doing, and I think Jerry Health does them, and quite a few other gentlemen do them. But anyway, my endeavors in calling have been mostly at that level and at the one-night stand, and I just wanted to say that in the past 3 years, I've been almost exclusively teaching in the schools under grants from the National Endowment of the Arts in their Artists in Residence program. Particularly, it's divided into 3 sections. The Artists in Residence is divided into the artists in the schools, artists in the communities, and artists in institutions. There's a lot of good money there, and the school breakdown is that they pay 1/4, and the 3/4 of the money comes from the cultural council. And this is generally administered through the state cultural councils or arts councils. So if any other callers here might be interested in doing work in the schools or in the community under a grant from the National Endowment for the Arts, contact your local arts council. But anyway, what I started to say in the first place is that many of the things that are in this community dance program are ideal for utilizing in the school programs and teaching American folk dance. Now, my general program is I go in for 1 hour a week per class for a period of 6 to 8 weeks, depending on what the school works. And it works out just beautifully. But I also utilize the Virginia reel, and I find that I have a little bit of problem the first day in reeling the line, but that seems to be the essence of it as far as the appreciation of the dance is by the students. They just love to reel that line, and they go under that arch.
Thanks, George. Yes.
Now, Ralph Rowland, I want to add something to his. I've also done this too, but I found that if you know a teacher in the school that you're interested in working with, or if you find a teacher that she has a better chance of getting that federal grant than you or the caller would, and if she can get it and get with the principal, so you can go into the school and do a regular program like this, it works great. I've had very good success with it.
Okay, thank you for your comment. I'd like to read a resolution that I've put forward, just so that we make sure we get it out of the way this afternoon. And essentially, I want to read it to you and make sure that we have your agreement. If you do, we will present it on Wednesday morning then. I've been working under the presumption that this is a foregone conclusion, but let me read it to you. And that is, be it resolved that the Community Dance Program, CDP, as developed and presented to the 1987 and 1988 CALLERLAB conventions, and containing the fundamental elements of square dancing to be taught in 6 2-hour sessions, be approved and accepted as a permanent CALLERLAB program. So that's the resolution as we have stated it. Does anyone have any comments? Is it in your favor to present this to the Wednesday morning convention business meeting?
You read it once more. I hate to see. I know we're on tape, but I want to read it once more.
Yeah, we'd like to add to it, make any changes that, so we're looking for comments from the floor. Let me read it once more, and that is resolution. Be it resolved that the Community Dance Program, CDP, as developed and presented to the 1987 and 1988 CALLERLAB conventions, and containing the fundamental elements of square dancing to be taught in 6 2-hour sessions, be approved and accepted as a permanent CALLERLAB program. Okay, any comments? Does it have your approval? Yeah? Okay. Let's go with it. Think the copy's on tape, right? Yeah. Oh, the clapping. Oh, we'll tell them there was a great amount of thunderous applause. Well, we like to share a lot of material, and I think most of the comments out of the way. That we thank you for providing those. Please write those in if you have any additional successes and failures. Deco Deck is not here, but he talked to me just before lunch and had commented that there is a great need for material. We have about 17 pages of material here. We're just scratching the surface. There appears to be a need for additional material to feed into this program, and so we will try to provide that. We can't do it all by ourselves, and we need your help. And I would encourage you to take your dances. I'll get them anyway, which you'll send them in if you would, but I'll take them anyway. But I would sure encourage you, if possible, to take a look the way we've formatted them in the current CDP program, and try to format them in a similar manner if you would. It makes screening them much, much easier. We will try to screen them and put them into that format. We think we've gotten pretty good comments from people that says it's usable, that's understandable, it's laid out and phrased out so you can understand it. well. So if you would take a look at that, send that material in either to the CALLERLAB home office that says this is for the CDP program. We'll try to put it together, and then we'll try to determine what we're going to do with this. And so if anybody has any comments on where do we go from here, the floor is most certainly open. One of the things is material. I would love to give out some, if I can get any volunteers for doing things like a glossary. We could use a glossary, and we can most certainly use quite a bit of additional material in any of the comments. So as you have material available, please do send it in, and if you're willing to help serve on the committee to provide any additional help, please see me afterwards, and we'll try to get moving on that. Do we have any other comments on directions that you think we should take with this, other than continue to occasionally put out an article or information about the community dance program and to publish additional material that is at this level? No? Okay, then we'll presume that we're on the right track. I'm going to ask Bob if he would kick this session off again. We have a little bit of time here. I've got a square and a little Sicilian circle type of thing I'd like to share with you, and I know Stu has some other things too. We've got some time to until about a little after 3, I believe. Stop and we'll direct them at the microphone so they'll make sure they get on the tape. But we would like to have some volunteers and get you up. It's a little bit chilly in here still. We think we can do a little bit of dancing, show you some of the other things that are within the community dance program, either within the existing paper now or new material that we've got. All right, good. We're all set and ready to go. Okay, all right. Let's see if we can get squares. Let me kick this off, and then we'll get Robert up here. Okay. Can we get 2 squares? We can get a template. Good. Oh, we're set. It's gonna be true. Yeah, we'll get another set over here. Will we get another? We get another square. Can we get to about 3 more couples over here? We don't want anybody sitting out. Everybody roll the barrel. We'll get another one. 1 more couple. We need 3 more right here. Let's see if we can get about 2 more. 3 more. We need 2. Can we get just 2 more? This is a very easy one you can use on the very first night of your community dance program, or the 2nd, or the 3rd, or the 6th, either one. And it's good music. And all you got to do is kind of join in and sing along with us. Join hands in a circle to the left. Ready? Roll out the barrel. Keep going. We'll have a barrel of fun. Circle to the right. Roll out. Come on, sing it along. We got the blues on the run. Head couples, 3 and 1. Move up to the middle and the back. Side couples, go up to the middle and back. You face your partner, swing. You swing your partner, promenade. Go round there. 'Cause the gang's all here. Home we go. Head 2 couples, pass through and turn your back on your partner. Separate, go around 2 and home you go. And then nose to nose. Side 2 couples, you pass through. Turn your back on your partner. Separate, go around 2 and home you go. And a do side do. Then everybody go to your corner swinger. You swing your corner around and smile and grin, and then promenade. Everybody roll the barrel. 'Cause the gang's all. 1 more time. Side couples ready. Side 2 couples pass through. Turn your back on your partner. Separate around 2. Home you go. And a do side do. Head couples 3 and 1 pass through. Turn your back on your partner. Separate. A little bit of roll the barrel. Very, very easy one. Let me show you one kind of a sequence here that I'm going to steal from Bob Howell here. Are you going to do Aston Polka Square? No. Okay. All right. Face your partner, if you would, and you can take the same music because this has the polka flavor, and you can do the bit of a. Some of you may be doing the Aston Polka as a contra. You can do it into a square, and that is simply just join hands with your partner straight across, if you would, starting with the gentleman's left foot, lady's right foot. Do a heel and a toe. Okay, and you do 2 slides to the center. Go slide and a slide. Do a outside foot, men's right foot, lady's left foot, heel and a toe, and a slide out, slide, slide. Okay. From here you go. Let's see, heel and a toe. And slide in. Do a heel and toe. This time only the ladies slide out. We have the men in the middle and the ladies on the outside, and from here you're going to do a single file promenade forward once around. March straight ahead all the way around. Single file, go once around. Dos sa dos, back to back. Corner swing. Well, that was your opposite you were dancing with, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. You got somebody home? Let's try. This is the partner, remember. Here we go. Okay, this is the original partner, right? You got here. Okay. Face your partner. All get set for heel and toe, heel and toe. In you go. Heel and toe and out. Heel and toe and in. Heel and toe. Ladies go out. March. Forward, single file. Men in the middle, girls on the outside. Home we go. No side loads, back to back with a partner. Back to back all the way. Swing your partner. Go round and around and then take her and promenade this lady right back home. Everybody roll the barrel, 'cause the gang's all here. I did a nasty one on you. What I sometimes do with my groups, because it's a very early in the evening, I won't change partners. And I know Dick will do this, and a number of others will too. If you want to stay with his partner and keep them comfortable, simply keep them with a partner. Go through the sequence several different times. Keep them with a partner. If you want to go to the corner, you just send them back to the corner, swing the corner, and then you can change sequences. Yes.
I have a question now. Do you emphasize the use of proper handholds at this time?
I really don't. Not at all. I've got them out there dancing. I don't want to tell them much of anything. I get them on the floor and get them moving. And if they ask me during the break something about it, I'll say, well, put your hands up, put your hands down this way, type of thing. But I really don't do a whole lot of teaching of styling at this particular community level. I want them out there maximum dancing, and we teach them on the run. And usually we just get them going and let them dance with the music. Pass through.
We separated, went around the outside. Old style, the lady went on.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't really care. Who goes where? Okay. You could say pass by the right shoulder. Sometimes you're going to turn your back on your partner, pass through. A lot of times I'll say pass by right shoulders, and I'll say, head couples go walk down the center. Now you guys already knew how to do it, but if I was working with a group, I would simply say head couples walk into the middle, pass by right shoulder to right shoulder, turn your back on your partner, separate around. 2, pass by again, right shoulder to right shoulder, just pass by right shoulders and cue them up that way.
Just a quick comment on that. Yes, if I may. Vaughn Parrish, Jean Parrish, isn't it? Vaughn's wife? Yes, several years ago, and she hasn't been back since, I don't think. Do you remember this statement? It was in a styling session at CALLERLAB, and she just simply turned around and somebody asked where they placed their hands. She said, I don't care where they put their hands as long as they're gentle. And then she realized what she had said.
Well, I want to do one more, and let's see if I could get the head 2 couples lead over to the right, if you would. And this can be a circular contra, and if you have 40 or more couples, you just couple everybody up so they're in this formation. If you're a long line like this, well, of course you can just use a line like this. If you find yourself facing out and don't have anybody to play with, you just wait one sequence, do a California twirl or a partner trade or whatever you want to call it to get them facing back in again, and so you can work. So you can work out of this kind of formation here. This is what we call the Sicilian circle formation, but just kind of a segment of it chopped out. Okay, and let's just kind of dance this. I told Bob before lunch, I think we're calling it scones and tea. We went to Ireland together last fall, and so we'll call that something like this. This is one of the Shaw records that's out new, a good hammered dulcimer, and it's called Lighted Sconce. This is music, and The record number is Lloyd Shaw 338. Make a right hand star. Star by the right, go once. Make a left hand star and star by the left. Back to your places. Two ladies do a do-sa-do. Two men do a do-sa-do. As couples couple together, do a do-sa-do straight ahead. Back to back. All the way around. Circle to the left now. Back to places. Swing your partner. A long swing. Pass through, going to a new two. Right hand star. Star on the right. Back on the left. Back to your places. Two ladies. Do-sa-do. Two men. Do-sa-do. Couple together as couples. Do a do-sa-do. Pass right. All the way around. Circle to the left now. Back to your places and swing. Swing with your partner. Face. And then pass through to a new two. Right hands up. Make a right hand star one more time. And bring music. Back to the left. Hammer and dulcimer. Two ladies. Do-sa-do. Two men. Do a do-sa-do. Couple up with your partner. Couples do-sa-do. Circle left. All the way. Back to your places. Swing your partner. Partner swing in front. A long swing. Face. And then pass through to new two and one. Very nicely done. All right. Okay. I'd like to dance all 7 sequences through, wouldn't you? Isn't that pretty music? Yes. Yes. Would you? Okay. All right. We're just trying to do just little bit of snippets, but sure, I'd love to do it a little bit more so you get the flow of it. Sure. Right. For the tape. For the tape, Bob Howell said, we accommodate all
No, don't.
people who would like to dance again. Okay. This is called Scones and Tea. Make a right hand star if you would. Star by the right. Make a left hand star. Back to your places. Two ladies. Do-sa-do. Two men. Do-sa-do. Couple up together as couples. Couples. Do-sa-do. All the way around. Circle left. Back to your places. Partner, swing. A long swing. Then face and pass through. Do two. Star right. It's actually about a 12-count swing. Back to the left. Left-hand star. Ladies go. Men. As couples. Circle. All the way around the back to places. Swing with your partner, a long swing. Make it about 12. You pass through new two, right in a star. You got it. You don't need me. Ladies. You swing and work. Long swing, big and long. Enjoy it. Pass through new two and bow. Yes. All right. Yeah. Isn't it delightful music? And Lighted Sconce is a very good contra on its own right, and there's also a mixer. I just love the music, and I needed something for the CDP, and so we did this little sequence, and we called it Scones and Tea. Okay, Bob Howell. Shoes on next. Okay.
Retarded. I don't really know what
what I'm going to do, I got a couple of little things. Since you're coupled up or since you are paired off, let's make a big circle so we can face the direction of a promenade, please. See if this is the right record. You're already spaced out. Okay. This is one that's good with children as well as having fun with adults. It's called the finger polka. A lot of you might have danced it. If not, it's on a Folkraft label, and it's F1419A. Finger polka. Take your partner, and if you can't, if your people can't polka, just let them skip around the room. It'll work the same way. But if you can polka, then do a polka or a two-step or a skip. But everybody move around the room in the direction of a promenade. Okay? Go. Everybody face your partner. Stand your feet. Clap your hands. Shake right finger at your partner. Shake left finger at your partner. Stop right there. Okay, real quick. Stamp your feet. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Clap your hands. 1, 2, 3. Shake your right finger at your partner. Don't shake hands. Just put your right finger up here like you're scolding your partner. Left hand or left finger, shake. Okay. Touch right hands and continue turning toward your left to a new partner. Now, not with your partner. Let go of her. Just slap her hand as you turn. And the gents move and the ladies move to a new partner. Everybody getting a new partner. Okay, yeah, all the gents are being moving up. All right? Anybody didn't get a partner? Go to the end of the line. Polka. More rolls. Face your partner. Listen now. Stamp. Clap. Right finger, left finger, clap right hands, go to new partner. And polka. Polka. Good. Polka. Face your partner. Listen. Stamp. Clap. Right finger, left finger, clap right hand, on to the next. Good. Polka. Good. Keep your partner in this position because we're going to polka. That's a little polka, finger polka, and I gave you the record number. With the same type of polka stuff, we're going to polka around the room with your partner. And this is called the double clap polka. I'll give you the record number in just a moment, but go on. Go with your partner. Go. Okay, at this point in the record, gents, put your left hand on the shoulder of the gentleman in front of you. That means you're going to have to get in toward the center just a little bit, okay? Now, what makes this exciting is you don't have to stay in your circle to do your polkas. You say go anywhere in the room you want to go. Some of them go out in the hallway and polka, but when this part of the music starts, everybody has to come back to this. And you got 16 counts to get back in this circle. So stay right there now. Let me see if I can find it. Promenade now. Everybody's supposed to sing. You see, all this time you got a chance to get into this position. When you get here, stop right here. Gents, face the center. Ladies, turn around and face the reverse direction on the outside. Ladies, you will promenade on the outside of the circle. And gents, you're going to clap your hands, and you're going to clap your own hands twice. And then put your hands out and clap your hands with the person beside you once. So it should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Girls promenade. Keep going, girls. Grab a new partner behind you. Wait, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, I was trying to catch up with the music. Everybody get a partner real quick. We'll start at the beginning. Here we go. Yeah, grab a girl behind. Promenade any place in the room. Down the hallway, down the center, up the walls, any place. Here it comes. This the part, start promenading, hands on the shoulders, go la 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 you got the idea. Now, this record that we're doing here is Folkraf F1413A, which is on the back of the one we did this morning, Cowboy Trio Mixer. So all of this is a good record. Got two good ones on it. You can go, any way with that.
And sometimes you can add to that by alternating, so that the girls would now promenade the men. So the girls are in the middle doing the clap, clap, and the girls love to do that too.
There's another record we've used on Folk Dancer, too. We call it Bloody Mary, Bob. Do you remember? Well, yeah, I think... Dulipska Polka, yeah, that's on Folk Dancer. You can use that same music, and it's ideal. And have any of you, when you're promenading with your lady, have you thrown her into the middle? Yes. And then she tries to get out while the guys are clap, clap. I think that's why they call it Bloody Mary.
But she pays a price, of course. I mean, you get a kiss, then you let her out. But if you get no kisses, why, of course, that was in the days before, wasn't it?
Yeah. When we put the girls into the center, then the boys are there clapping, of course, and the girls try to get out, and all the boys stop them from getting out, and the girls are sort of stuck in the middle. And if it's a pretty one, all the boys fight over to see who's going to dance with her, see, at the end of the clapping part. Let's see, I had one other I want to make a comment. Bob Van Antwerp this morning made the comment that music is very important to the dancing that you're doing. And he used a little tune here, the Maple Leaf Rag that he did this little mixer to, had a real jazzy little piano tune. Okay, let me tell you about that music. About a year ago, I had an opportunity to go to Ontario and do a workshop. And my wife and I were trying to look at something, what could we do and teach these folks in a folk dance group now who wanted me to come up and do square dancing at a folk dance club. And I said, well, let's do something that'll be different, but something that might appeal to them. And we thought, since their national emblem is the maple leaf, maybe the maple leaf rag would be something they like. And I taught that up there, and they loved it. They just loved the thing. And then I've taught it now at 2 or 3 dance camps since that time, folk dance camps. And guess what is on the list of the top 100 folk dances that they're dancing now? The maple leaf rag. And it's there because of the music, because the music is so good. Not because I taught it, but the music teaches and sells, the dance. Well, we taught the round dance to it, but it's the music I'm saying, the emphasis on the music. Yes. Okay, who's next here, Ken? Bob Howell. Have you finished thinking?
Oh. Third thing that happens. How about a square real fast? I'd like to just show you a quick transition from the traditional into the Western. And of course, this isn't printed anywhere, I'm sure, but the difference I have always said, the difference between the traditional dance and the Western dancing is because in the traditional dance, you've got one couple visiting, and other couples are clapping their hands, etc. In the Western style of square dancing, you try to get at least 4 people dancing at the same time, and preferably 8 people at the same time. And I often wonder what Pappy would say to me now if I said that, but he had said enough to me to begin with. He rubbed his knuckles into my head, too, do you see? To just get the music, because of course they're dancing with the same partner and keep getting back to the same partner all the time. Young Cook, Jack Cook, gave me, John Cook, I guess is the younger one, isn't he? I got it straight. John is the one that gave me this one, and it's just a way to get people to realize that they're going to dance with somebody else than their own partner. That they're going to get to dance, they're going to get to dance with everybody, with all the gents in the set. So if you will, for me, let's have you do this. We'll forget the intro. Well, we'll play a little bit with it anyhow. Here she comes. Circle left. No, Mama don't allow the music. Wait right here. Circle to the right. Well, I don't care what Mama don't allow. I'm going to play that music anyhow. Because Mama don't allow the music. Corner. Do hands, circle to the left. All the men swing a brand new right hand, lady. Swing, swing a brand new lady. Twice, mama day. Well, I don't care what my mother don't. I'm going to play that old string bass or banjo anyhow. And then you got a mixer, you see. Head once more up to the middle. Come on, right back. Pass through. Then you do a U-turn back. Sides. Up to the middle and then boogie back. Pass through. Do a U-turn back and then join hands. Circle to the left. Hey, you want to circle to the left? Go around the big old ring. Swing a brand new right hand, lady gents. You got a new partner. Give her a swing. Then compensate the lady back. I'm going to play that string bass anyhow. Because mama don't allow no music played around here. And, oh, the music, I'll tell you, each time it comes on a little different. You that own that record. By the way, that's an ESP 602. It's just called Mama Don't Allow. I have no idea what Larry Lesson called on the other side, but I never do. I can remember Lloyd Littman saying one time in a class, Lloyd said, well, listen to the call and see whether you like the figure on it. I never have, because I don't particularly care. If I get a good piece of music, I just sit, this is the way I spend time in distant cities sometimes, just going into the record stores and sitting and listening to music and picking up something that I think might appeal to folks. All right, now I'd like to change the formation if I may, though. And this will lend itself ideally. Will you keep your partner for me, just at the moment? And let me have the head two couples lead to the right and circle of 4. That's it. All right. Now, would you do this for me, too? Will these 6 couples at this end, holding on to your partner, will you just wheel, by the way, for those folks that are listening to the tape, and I've got them across in front of me from an east-west direction. I want them north-south because it's the only way I can orient myself to a contour anyhow. So with this whole line, just kind of skew around, come around a quarter by the whole line, so that my lines are up and down the floor, but keep your partner on your right, up and down the floor, this way. That's it. Come on, folks, we got to be out of here by 5:30. Okay. My usual comment is, thank God I teach children all day. That's not kind. All right, that's it. How about one set? Can you push that set over there a little bit? You got a little more room. Good. Now, do you all have a lady on your right hand? Do you all have a lady on your right? You got a situation. All right, just, that's fine. Okay. All right, is that all right? Fine. Does everybody have something else on their right hand? Yes, very fine. Now, for purposes of speed, just will you two ladies chain across, 2 Chady's Lane. That's it. Now, you're facing your partner over there, aren't you? Is that all right? Good. All right. It's a little bit of one that I think has been around for centuries. However, it's one that they enjoy because it lends itself to a little bit of variety. It's called the old OXO. Is there anybody that has not danced the OXO contra? Is there? Be honest with me. Is there? Oh, my goodness gracious. I can't believe it. Well, this is joy. All right? And this is just another variation because I know somebody's going to walk up and say, that ain't the way we dance it where I come from. And I'm going to say, well, that's fine. When I come to your part of the world, I'm going to dance it the way you dance it. That's the most diplomatic way of doing it anyhow. Everybody, or let me just have the heads. No, let's have everybody do it rather than just the heads and foot. Actually, I use, with kids particularly, I have the head couple and the foot couple go forward and back. But let's everybody go forward and back. We'll keep you all moving. All right, now, the couple that closest to me at this end, you're my head couple. I want you to take your partner and go down the center. Go right down to the foot of the set. Go. That's it. Just no. Just the head pair of people. Not couples, I'm sorry. Pick up the opposite person across from you and take her down the foot of the set. Go. All right. Now, I want, meanwhile, the foot couple to come up the outside. Come on up the outside. The other outside, sir. That's it. Come on up the outside. Everybody got your hands joined? Go forward and back. Go up to the center and come on back. That's it. All right. Now, the head couple go down the center, gents. That's it. Head down the center. That couple at the foot come up the outside. Come on back home again. Are you all back home? Scoot. Get down there. That's it. All right. Now, I'd like for the top 4 people to make me a circle. Oh, you do anything down there you like, honey. I won't look. Now, the top 4, you're going to make a circle. The center 4 are going to make me a right-hand star. That's it. And the bottom ones make me a circle. All right? You either circle to the left or make a right-hand star. Go around 8 counts. Go. Phrase it perfectly. Change hands or change direction. Come the other way back. See, there's your O, your X, and your O. All right, fine. Now, will the top couple, or excuse me, everybody first pass through. Everybody pass through. Do a U-turn back. And will the top couple now, will you, what do we used to call it, the stroll or something, right down the center for me. Go down to the foot of the set, right down the center of the set. All right. Go all the way down to the foot of the set and back out. Fine. That's the dance. Now you'll notice that you're still in the same basic formation, but different. You're going to be messing with different people right now, because the top four. All right, top four, join hands, make a circle. Center four, make a star. Lower one, that's it, circle. An O, an X, and an O. Circle to the left or star right. All right, go back the other way. All the way back. Yeah, that's it. Don't make it difficult for me. All right, fine. And we take it from there. Any questions? Too late. Let's do it. Here we go. Dick.
And I noticed.
Yeah. That's right, by gum. I'm prompting, huh? No, that's right. Here we go. This is just one of many variations, but it's about the simplest that I think I know. He's going to tell me the music isn't even... All right. Everybody forward up to the middle. Come back, heads down the center, foot up the outside. Go. Come on up. That's it. Everybody forward and back. Up to the middle. Come back. New heads down the center, the foot up the outside. Go. When you get back home, make me a little old X, O, X, O. Go. Go the other way back. Reverse. And the top couple. Okay, everybody pass through. Oops. Do a U-turn back, and the top couple walk to the foot of the set, down the center, go. From the top, let's. Here we go. Forward. Come back. Heads down the center, foot up the outside. Go. Everybody in the ballgame again. Let's go. Go forward. Come back. Heads. New heads down the center, foot up the outside. Go. When you get back home, let's do the old O-X-O. Other way back. Everybody ready? Everybody pass through. Do a U-turn back, and the head couple sashay right down the center. Go. Everybody else move up. Get ready from the top. Here we go. Oh, no, up. Back. Heads down the center, foot up the outside. Go. Track shut up. Let's do it all. Everybody, whoops. Come back. New heads down the center, foot up the outside. Go. When you get back home, let's do a little X-O. Other way back. Everybody gonna pass through. Do a U-turn back to the head couple. Sashay down the center. Go all the way down. Can you do it all alone? Last time. Do it. You've forgotten already. Oh, for shame. Go. Pass through, go down. Everybody bow to your partner. I'm glad this wasn't a video cassette. I want to compliment. How about a nice hand for these folks over on my immediate left? And for these folks over here that tell me that's a different part of the world, how about a lukewarm hand, do you see? The record, oh, I'm sorry. Use any kind of record you want, because this is on a pirate label. I mean, I'll give the number? Yeah, pirate label 042. No, Davy Knick-Knack was the name of the music. I think it's Stan Hamilton. By the way, I can back this up with believe me, folks, anybody come after me for royalties or anything else. I do own all these records, but I can't get those cotton-picking 33 and the thirds in my bag or in my ski bag or under the seat, so that's why I go to the dubs. But no, I do, it's Stan Hamilton's, I believe, Davy Knick-Knack, if I'm not mistaken, or no, it isn't either. It's a Don Bartlett. But any piece of music, and don't be afraid to use your current square dance music, as long as it counts out to 64 beats. I think that was pretty darn good, though, really, because you had it in 3 times through, and that's not real easy to do. Thank you for your indulgence, Kenneth.
Thank you, Bob. You know, stay right where you are, if you would, for just a second. We need a couple more couples to come up, if you would, if I can get a couple more up. You know, a couple years ago, I did OXO, and I told them, you see the O and the X and the O if you were in a balcony looking down, you know, and it was very self-explanatory to me because that's the name of the doggone thing. And somebody came up. She says, I'm from England, and she says that dance, and I believe the dance did originate in England. And she says that's not where it came from. She says there's oxo bouillon soup, and that's where it came from, was the oxo bouillon soup. And I said, well, she brought me a box. She brought me a little box of the bouillon soup.
You learned a hell of a lot more about that than you wanted to know, didn't you?
Sure did. So, okay, I was dead correct. Let's see if we can get five. I need 5 couples in this group over here. One out of each of you, line of 6. Would you come back over here in the middle? And we need 3 more couples. Could we get 3 more couples from the audience to come up and join in with us? What I need is to just stand here for just a second. And what we're going to do, okay, is we need 5 couples. We need 2 side couples and 1 head couple. All right. We need 2 side couples facing each other in your lines of 4 like you are here, and 1 head couple. Okay, are we all set here? Bob, we need a partner for Bob. And let's see. Okay, we need 1 side couple over here. Talk about a different formation. We need 1 more side couple, okay? Let's see if we can get 1 more side couple. All right. Okay. All right, still 1. Can we get... This is Levi Jackson, all right? We need 1. Tom, get a partner. We'll see if we can get Tom Crisp or Stu to get a partner out here. Okay, good. We'll take a bow, Stu. Yeah. All right. This is Levi Jackson. The music is excellent, and for those of you who are not familiar with the McLean Family Band, it's been put out on the Shaw label, and the Shaw label is E-28. It's Levi Jackson Rag, and Pat Shaw is the genius behind this one. Most certainly, we think it's within the community dance program. The only thing it has in here is a ladies' chain, and since we have 5 ladies, it's 5 ladies' chain. Still by the definition of ladies' chain, though, okay? So, it goes something like this. Side couples, both of you, sets, do a right and left through. The number 1 couple promenades halfway down until they are exactly between the side couples, okay? The side couples do a right and left through back, and the head couple promenades the rest of the way down to the foot of the set. They then individually will separate and go around all the way back to home. So individually separate, go around the outside, come back up to place, and when you're there, everybody do a do-sa-do, back to back. Let's see, something, let's see what I do. Oh, we forgot this. That's right, thanks. And then while our heads are separating, come back home, the sides will go into the middle in circle 4. Thanks, yeah. Okay, so you will go ahead and go in and finish up your circle 4 in the middle while the number head couple is coming back with your partner. Everybody with your partner, do-sa-do. Okay, I'll get it out here. Okay, hang in there with me. You're dancing with your partner here, so you just do-sa-do when you come back home. So you separate to home. They're going to do-sa-do with their partner. With their partner, do-sa-do. Okay, so after you circle left, you come back home, then you with your partner, do-sa-do. Okay? Then we're going to do 5 ladies chain. Definition of ladies chain is simply, ladies, step forward into the middle, counting your partner as number 1. Okay, you're going to go past 2 gentlemen, 1, 2, and the third one will courtesy turn you. So 5 ladies chain. All right. 1, 2. Third gentleman will courtesy turn you. That is the definition of ladies' chain, okay? And it comes fairly quickly. The music's a little bit fast, so you have to hurry in there. 5 ladies' chain again, please. You then roll promenade this lady 1 spot, okay? Take a step forward to a new position, step out, balance out, and swing. So swing with your partner when you get back to this spot here. So it is a very short promenade, all right? Okay, we're going to do it once more. Are you ready? Side couples do a right and left through. Head couple promenade half. Go. Side couples do a right and left back. Head couple promenade the rest of the way. Heads separate to home. Sides circle up 4. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way around. Home you go. Do a do-sa-do with your partner. Back to back. All the way around. 5 ladies chain and ready and go. And a 1, 2. Third man turn and into ladies chain. Go 1, 2, 3. Into the middle and a promenade 1. 5th, go into the new place, balance out, swing with your partner, round and around. Oh, you did well. Okay. Erase 2 spots. if you would, erase 2 places back so we can start over from the very top. Would you erase 2 spots there? All right, get you back to where you started this thing from. Expunge. Bob? We'll get it, okay. It's called milled around the middle, double cut across. If you go through all the way, we don't have time. We're going to go 5 times through. The music goes through exactly 5 times. It's superb music. If you don't have this music, you should have it. Let me get a tempo check. It's just a little bit fast, so we're okay, get ready. Side couples get ready, head couples get ready to promenade. With the music, sides right and left through, heads promenade half. Sides through, right and left back, heads promenade half. Separate the home, side, circle 4. While we go, everybody knows to know. 5 ladies, chain and go. Very long, girls. 5 ladies, chain again. Roll promenade to a new spot. Balance out, swinger. A long swing, square your sets. And the sides, right and left through, head, promenade half. Sides, right and left through back, head, promenade half. Separate the home, side, circle 4, go. Do-sa-do. 5 ladies, chain now. Again. 5 ladies, chain again. Roll, promenade to a new spot. Balance out, swinger. Levi Jackson right. One more time. Are you ready? Sides, right and left through, heads, promenade half. Sides, right and left through, heads, promenade half. This is a challenge. Separate the home, sides, circle 4. Do-sa-do with your partner, back to back. Are you ready? 5 ladies, chain. Listen to that banjo. 5 ladies, chain again. Smile, promenade a while, 1/5. Balance out the swinger. Round. Oh, you're smiling so well. We'll keep on going. Sides, right and left through, head promenade half. Sides, right and left through back. Head promenade the rest of the way. Separate the home side, circle 4. Go round. Do-sa-do with your partner. You go back to back. 5 ladies, chain now. Quickly. Oh, chain about. Promenade 1. Balance out, swinger there. Oh, yes. Sides right and left through, heads promenade half. Get everybody a turn. Sides right and left through, heads promenade half. Oh, you got it, circle. Side separate, head separate. No-sa-do. Ready, ladies? 5 ladies, shake. Now. 5 ladies, shake back. Oh, promenade. 1 little spot. Balance out the swinger. Go around and around and around and around and around and around. Bow low. Hey! All right. Isn't that a superb dance? Pat Shaw is no longer living, but he was a genius in choreography, and I've never seen another dance quite like it. And a number of us have been dancing it quite a while. And now with this McLean family band, it's just superb music. The flip side is Boone Tavern Rio, almost equally as good a piece of music. So if you like some good music there, it most certainly is. Okay, very good. Let's see. I'm going to take you one more thing here. This is a trio for anybody who would like to still stick with us here. And what we need is 3s. And this is a dramatic change of pace here. So if you would. Any sex breakdown, anything you want, and let's see, we can have 3 men together, 3 ladies together. We'd prefer to have 1 man, 2 ladies. We're going to have you facing in 3s. It's a little smidgy here, but if we could, we'll get 3s around the room, okay? So this is not 3s facing 3, but simply 3 facing around the room in a single circle, if you could. It's a little bit smidgy, but we're going to go ahead and do it anyway here. So Dick needs a lady, all right? Oh, there we go. Okay, we got him. Okay, just forward around the circle, yeah, in a trio here. Okay, good. Oh, all right. This is called Rebecca's Roundabout. And And anyone else? Dick didn't get to dance. We got two ladies that would like to dance with Dick Ledger.
I'll be the lady.
Yeah. Okay. That was not what he had in mind. No. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, we're getting a couple ladies for Dick Ledger. Hey. All right. Reminder that there will be a contra interest session tonight in Capital 3 and 4. Please come. It's after the dinner show. Okay, this is a contra-interest session. Should be a good one, and so y'all come. All right, in the direction you're facing, you're going to, I'll tell you what the song is because I think you'll recognize it. I won't spoil it by telling you in advance. Promenade forward 16. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep walking all the way around until you get about to 16. Stop where you are, and then same 3 that you're in line with there. Just make a right-hand star. So the ends just kind of step in, make a right-hand star, and star by the right, go once around, come back by the left, make a left-hand star, star by the left, back out when you get there, make a circle, circle to the left. So you just circle 3s, a little select group of 3s. Circle to the right now. Circle to the right the other way back, and stop, if you would, when you get to where the ends can still stay in that little circle, but the ends are in line of direction, and you're facing each other. Then we're going to have the center one get ready in a minute. Not yet, but you're going to duck through an arch in just a minute here, okay? And this is called Rebecca's Roundabout, and here's where the roundabout comes in. The center one, if you would, dive through your little arch. Go around single file now to your right. Immediately take a right and go around that one.